888-341-5199. And someone called in fact, this person, Colleen, is from Kenner, and Colleen has donated $50. Thank you very much for that donation, Colleen. Also, there's another way to donate online at ccradio.help, and in fact, someone did that. Let's see, Nicole is from Baton Rouge, and she donated $30. Thank you very much.
Is that Nicole Jones, my protozoa friend? I hope she's listening.
You never know.
Wow, absolutely. Now, we normally, we respect your privacy. We don't always say the last name, but there you go. Nicole Jones, God bless you and thank you. And let me tell you something else you did, because you're going to have the option, if you donate online at ccradio.help, to pay the transaction fee and include it in your donation, or just donate whatever dollar amount you want. Now, they'll take the transaction fee out of that, which means Catholic Community Radio pays for it, but it gives you the option. So Nicole said, well, I'll go ahead and pay the extra $1.90 transaction fee, and her total donation $31.90, but Catholic Community Radio receives $30, and we're very grateful to you, Nicole. God love you. All right, so there's a couple of ways to donate, and also one more way is joining the coffee club. JoinCoffeeClub.com. That's very easy to do. Gabby, tell us what all is included when you go to JoinCoffeeClub.com, because there are incentives for joining now.
Yes, absolutely. So when you join the coffee club during drive time, you will get a bag of River Road coffee or K-Cup. So please let us know which one you would like. You receive one Catholic Community Radio travel tumbler and one ceramic mug. You will also get a copy of the Eucharist, a book from the Catholic Answers 20 Answers book series, and a signed print of Jacob Zumo's Black Madonna. So join Coffee Club today. $1 a day equals to $30 a month. I joined the coffee club during the spring drive time, and I got those K-Cups, you guys, and everyone that had some, because I like having people come over and, hey, let's have a cup of coffee, loved it. Loved them. So definitely River Road Coffees is a place to be. So yeah, join us and join Coffee Club during drive time.
Sure. And Damien Collado is there too. And right in between them is Kathleen Lee Higgins.
Yes.
And we got a Kathleen sandwich going on.
I love it. I love
I'm going
it.
to tell you, Kathleen, as Father Chris used to say, you never looked more Kathleenier.
Thank you so
You're
much.
the Kathleeniest. Go ahead on.
I am all the Kathleeniest today. Absolutely. It's good to be here. It's been a while.
It has been.
Yeah.
Well, you went and got married, and all of a sudden you disappeared.
I did. Oh, and it's so good. People ask me all the time. They're like, "How's married?" I was just running to Father in the hall. How's married life? And it's like,
it's the best.
It is the best. It is the best. But I was telling him, I said, what's interesting is, my husband is so sweet. For Teachers Appreciation Week, he sent me flowers. Aww. And it was so sweet. I walked through the hall with this big thing, and people were like, oh, it's still the honeymoon phase. And I was like, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Like, people were like, just wait. And I'm like, no, he's always going to be my sweet Adam. And like, this is how it's, and I'm sure like there will be hard times. I'm not, oblivious, but that's so sad. So people who are married, please stop telling people who are newlyweds, like, to just wait.
My neighbors tell us that all the time. You guys are we've been married 3 years.
Yeah.
You guys are just, we're going to keep it up,
We just have a good marriage. So,
that's okay. But we have some great examples to look toward, and so glad to have you with us. And you said yes, I got really excited just because we haven't talked to you. I guess it's been a year or a little over a year.
It's been a little bit, But
you have a new role now in the diocese.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago today, I started at the diocese in the Office of Evangelization and Catechesis. Specifically in the Office of Youth and Young Adult Ministry. So West Giffen is the director, and then I am the coordinator of, my official title is like coordinator of Youth and Young Adult Ministry programs. That's a lot. So
a business card.
Just coordinator of Youth and Young Adult Ministries. We left out the programs to shorten it a little bit. But yeah, it's so, I was teaching for a long time, and in 2018, I really felt the Lord say, stop teaching. And I said, no.
Yeah.
and I was in Kenner at the time, teaching, and I was able to come home and did a few things, got back into teaching, and just always looking for an opportunity to get back into ministry. And then this position opened up. Actually, Nicole was the coordinator before me, and I jumped on it. I was like, all right, Lord, like I've been involved in the diocese since I was in high school, so early 2000s, in one way or another. And this was just, good people. Dina Dow is going to be on, next
You have
hour.
to put up with her?
Yeah, look, she has to put up with me. I go through that off, that we're on one hallway and everybody is so like quiet. And I come through in the morning, I'm like, hey, what y'all doing?
They know what
Like,
happens in
gosh, here comes a tornado, and I'm like,
I have to ask you right out of the box, because I got word that, and I don't know if this is going to be your department or not, but walking with women in need, especially after Roe versus Wade, is
That's great.
program getting ready to get started in our diocese?
It won't be out of our office.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if that's where that's coming from in the diocese, but there will definitely be, efforts of that kind. And it'll be interesting to see how, my goal when we're looking at youth and young adult is that the majority of women who, are in crisis pregnancies are unfortunately young people and young adults.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah. And so definitely something, the conversation since last Friday has been around Roe v. Wade and what happens next, and this whole idea of we've been preparing for this, and this is not the end. It's not the it's a great victory, but it's where the work begins. And so we've been talking about what does that look like in our office and our ministry, because those women are women who come to our events, or women who are sitting in church right next to you maybe at Sunday Mass. How do we walk with those women?
Absolutely. Well, how do we walk with those women and say, we are here for you and your child throughout life? We will guide you and not judge, because at that point in time, they're in crisis mode. They want compassion. They want a support system because they might not have one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Most women, I worked at, Women's New Life Clinic here in Baton Rouge for a beautiful year. And it was a great learning opportunity, because what I did was I was always pro-life and always faithfully pro-life, but I had to put that hat to the side, and say, how do I approach women in a way that's not what Jesus says,
Correct.
And so you look at all of their, all of their situations, and no woman makes that decision willy-nilly. It's always a lack of support and lack of community.
So you made a great point, because I forgot that you did work at Women's New Life Clinic right next to Delta Clinic in Baton Rouge. I want to talk about that when we get back. And then, of course, as we get into how can we reach the youth and young adult in our culture today. So we're going to come back with Kathleen Higgins. Kathleen, what is that number people can call to donate?
Absolutely. Call right now, 855-341-5199. That's 855-341-5199, or you can go online to ccradio.help.
Awesome. Stay with us. You're listening to Drive Time on Catholic Community Radio.
Get better sleep with a new mattress from Baton Rouge Mattress Outlet, a proud supporter of Catholic Community Radio, providing a selection of brand name mattresses, adjustable bed frames, and Maloof pillows and sheets. Baton Rouge Mattress Outlet, 225-930-5779, 4065 Florida Boulevard, and Jefferson at Hushitu Road. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday, noon to 4 on Sundays. See Mitch and the gang at Baton Rouge Mattress Outlet.
Patio Drugs at 5208 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie is a proud sponsor of Catholic Community Radio. Patio Drugs opened in 1958 and is the oldest independent pharmacy in Jefferson Parish. Patio Drugs has a knowledgeable and caring staff with free area delivery. Patio Drugs, a quality pharmacy supporting quality Catholic radio. Patio Drugs, 504-889-7070. On the web at patiodrugs.com.
Catholic Art and Gifts, 6184 Florida Boulevard, is a proud sponsor of Catholic Community Radio. Catholic Art and Gifts has sacramental items, as well as supplies for church and clergy. Catholic Art and Gifts also stocks the latest books from Catholic authors, plus icons and gifts for all occasions. You will always receive a warm, heartfelt welcome from the staff. Catholic Art and Gifts, 6184 Florida Boulevard, 225-926-1216. On the web at Zieglers.com.
Hi, this is Peter Finney, and this is your Clarion Herald Minute. The Vatican has announced that St. Stephen Church on Napoleon Avenue in New Orleans has been designated as a minor basilica, which means the church has special privileges tied to the Pope. St. Stephen joins St. Louis Cathedral as one of 90 churches in the United States to be raised to basilica status. Father James Weiner has served for the last 10 years as rector-president of Notre Dame Seminary, a time of record growth in enrollment, faculty, and facilities. Now he's returning to his native Pittsburgh to serve as pastor of the largest parish in the diocese. The June 25th issue also spotlights Saints President Dennis Lauscha, who acknowledges that his Catholic faith impels him to act for the greater good of the wider community. Pick up the Clarion Herald at church this weekend or check out our e-edition at clarionherald.org.
She's like no one you've ever met, with a style all her own. And you just knew the first time you met that she was the one. At Boudreaux's, you can show her how you really see her with a ring as unique as she is. Find one-of-a-kind creations from our master craftsmen and premier engagement collections from the world's top designer brands, with options at every price point. Creations as unique as your love, exclusively at Boudreaux's.
Hello, this is Louis Prejean. I need your help to spread the word about the Coffee Club. It's only $1 a day, and you get an insulated travel mug. You can even deduct it from your income tax at the end of the year. Sign up today and help us spread God's word. Do it for me, Louis Prejean. Come on, sign up today and get your new travel mug, and show everyone you support Catholic Community Radio. Just go to joincoffeeclub.com. That's joincoffeeclub.com.
I'm UB Muley, Muley's Religious and Office Supply, David Drive, Metairie, and I listen to Catholic Radio. My wife Kay and I founded Muley's over 45 years ago, also known as Muley's Books and Gifts, home to the Medjugorje Store newsletter. Just like Catholic Radio, mom and pop brick and mortar religious stores need your support. We feel religious stores plant the seed of faith for many on their spiritual journey. Thank you for shopping locally and supporting small business. Praise be Jesus and Mary.
It's drive time on Catholic Community Radio. Ignite those phones at 855-341-5199. Or make your online donation at ccradio.help.
That's right. Welcome back to Drive Time in the summer. I am so excited to be here. I'm Kathleen Higgins. Like you just heard, the number to call if you are like, I've been listening, I like this, I think I'm ready to invest, 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help. Look, I've been involved here for I don't know how long. A long time.
11 years.
Yeah, 50, the number in my family we say 11 years. And I cannot think of a better place to invest in terms of getting the word out, getting the gospel out. This is such a great place where the already faithful come, and those who, what I love, Father Chris talks about this, that those who are inquisitive, right? Those who are like, I wonder what this Catholic faith is about. Or sometimes they'll tune in to like disprove the faith, or to hear, they're listening for something wonky, and 3 weeks later they realize they're still listening to Catholic programming. This is it. And it's such a beautiful gift that we have in our diocese, in our state, all across the Gulf South now. And it's been an incredible thing to watch grow. But that doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. The people who are here doesn't happen without people like you, calling in, joining the coffee club. And no amount is too small. No amount. It's like the widow's mite. But we want you to be a part of this. So call us 855-341-5199. 199, or you can go online, ccradio.help. Maybe you're listening at work. Just jump online.
Yeah. So Kathleen, you were the coordinator of youth and young adult ministry in
Yeah.
the Diocese of Baton Rouge. When I think about that, I think, okay, so with all of the distractions youth is going through
Right.
currently, and when I think about youth, I think about, because of, high school,
Yeah.
because I think college has its own entity, and maybe
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
But how do you get young adults to connect with the Catholic faith in
Yeah.
today's world when they have so many influencers
Yeah.
on social media?
Yeah.
Really pulling them kind of in a different direction.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's been our conversation the last couple of weeks, Wes and I, what is our purpose on, especially in social media?
Yeah.
What is our purpose? Where is our presence? Are we getting on there to promote ourselves? Or are we getting on there to be an encounter, for people to Jesus? Because that's the whole point. We can build our program and we can do events and none of that matters if it's not geared towards having young adults have an encounter with Christ. Whether it be in community or fellowship or mass or any kind of prayer service or retreat. We could put on all kinds of stuff. None of that matters if it's not geared towards them encountering Christ in a real way. And I think that's what young adults are looking for, is that real encounter.
Yeah.
They're not looking for the show with lights and although I love look, you give me a good conference and a good light show, I'm like, yes indeed. Right? But it's those moments where they've been invited to come to adoration, or they've been invited to come to a Bible study, where lives are changed because they encounter Christ in a real way.
Yeah.
Through the ministry that you're doing. So, we're kind of in a rebuilding phase right now, especially, after COVID. Hopefully it's out the door, but that has really shifted the way that young people exist, really. Like, they're it used to be you could put on a conference, you get a couple hundred people right out the bat, and now we want to be at home and we got other things.
How do you get them out of that
Yeah.
That's the discussion.
comfort zone that
Yeah.
they created or COVID created?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things y'all are talking about right now?
Yeah.
You mentioned adoration, but
Yeah, so right now, the one thing that we have kind of, steady going is a thing called Theology on Tap for young adults. I think they have that as well in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it's really cool because young adults are looking for fellowship, but they're also looking for truth. So if you get speakers who come in and are talking on some kind of subject, they want to know. I think a lot of times the church gets a bad rap of like, we have all this information and all this truth, and people my students say it all the time, like, well, the church doesn't say this, and I'm like, yeah, it does right here. Oh, the church doesn't believe it. Yes, it does right here. It doesn't teach this. It does right here. But when they encounter the truth of what the church teaches, they're like, oh man, I want some more of that. And so they're searching for that truth. But all that comes with relationship. If I don't personally call people or text people or say, hey, invite 4 of your friends, I could put it out there and say, we're having this awesome event. And it could be awesome. We could get a national speaker in, and Scott Hahn could probably pull a couple hundred people. But, none of that matters if there's not the relationship there.
Right.
And I think that's what young people post-COVID are looking for, whether they know it or not. And it's what they need, whether they know it or not. They're going to we want to stay. I want to work from home, and I want to not look at anybody, and, I want to put my headphones on and that be my existence.
Yeah.
But at some point, because the human being is made for community, they're seeking that relationship.
Yeah, get them out of that cocoon
Yeah.
that COVID created,
Yeah.
and blossom again
Yeah.
like a butterfly.
Yeah.
right?
And so one
Get
of
out
the
there and
things,
fly.
So one of the things that I think actually non-denominational churches do very well is relational ministry.
Yeah.
And so So I think there are things to be learned from other denominations in that sense.
How do you get them to cut through the clutter?
Yeah.
And that's got to be a big challenge for you, because that's the other thing. When we kind of became dormant as far as social activity goes, you went to the phone.
Right, yeah.
And that became your relationship, right?
Yeah.
We got to get beyond that.
Yeah.
And boy, that's got to be difficult for you guys.
I think sometimes... And you got to be really careful, but sometimes you got to get in the clutter to cut through it. So like if they are, if and that's one of our discussions right now is, is TikTok.
Yeah.
Do we or do we not? And it's and you have to weigh. You have to weigh the morality of the way. Wes was telling me, the director for our office, was telling me, the way that it was set up. Like this like endless scrolling. It's meant to waste your time.
Oh, absolutely.
And so the way that it was designed is not really moral. But on the other side of that, that's where they are. And it's like if they're scrolling and they're scrolling through garbage and you pop up with something, is it? And so it's really a tough discussion because
I bet it is.
What is the, what is the greater?
But young people are on there, and I would even venture to say millennials as well. To get information.
Yeah.
And
On
a lot
TikTok?
on TikTok.
But is that a place to go for
No,
information?
I would not recommend it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't,
To get news,
I mean,
to get
Facebook is as far as I go.
to get news. I wouldn't even go there for your news either. But
No. I don't mean news.
Okay.
No, just for keeping up with people and just.
But I mean, there are ways you don't have to do a dance on TikTok to get people to watch you. Although that is how people make millions of dollars on TikTok. But I mean, even being creative with it as well, because they're scrolling. There you go. You pop up. Even to answer some quick 30-second question, boom, you're done.
Well, I did a project with my 8th graders, and I said, I want you for 2 weeks. I want you to follow a Catholic influencer on one social media platform.
Assignment.
And it was really cool because they saw, the Daughters of St. Paul, or they saw, Franciscan friars, and they were like, I didn't know that they could, be online. And I'm like, and they were listening to some of the sisters do really cool behind the scenes stuff, and they were like, I've never seen that before.
Sister Tracy's fast-paced writing and design of a Bible verse is so popular on Instagram Reels.
It's on Instagram? Okay, I didn't know if you have to seek their website by Googling their name or go to YouTube. YouTube has some good stuff.
Sometimes you can. But most of the times when I'm scrolling through, because I do have a TikTok, because I'm with the kids.
Of course,
and I always want to see, that was a shocker when I first got on. I was what is this? But every once in a while, if my what is it, a logarithm? A logarithm?
Yeah, algorithm.
There it is. I'm cool. I'm hip. Algorithm. If it's right, it'll pop up some
stuff.
Yeah.
It'll find what you're looking for. It just takes one video to Well, we're going to continue this discussion with Kathleen Higgins, but call 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help. Please call and donate the phones. I haven't really heard them that much.
And it's a matching hour again.
Yes, it is.
And Triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. It's a group in honor of Mary is donating a $500 match this hour. So we want you to ring.
Let's go.
The phones. What's the number, Kathleen?
Yeah, it's 855-341-5199. That's 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help.
Yeah, stay with us.
This is Chef John Foles inviting you to think outside of the box at White Oak Estate and Gardens. Meet in our gardens or under the outdoor pavilion where delicious food is commonplace. Strategize adjacent to a trickling stream while enjoying breakfast or lunch. Oh yes, we do parties and weddings, but we'd love to earn your weekly business too. White Oak Estate and Gardens, 751-1882, located on George O'Neill Road, right next to Cypress Springs Mercedarian Prayer Center.
Hi, this is Vince Liberto, and I'm happy to report that my man David Tasso at Ferret Realty will help you find a home that is perfect for you. A proud supporter of Catholic Community Radio, David Tasso knows the greater New Orleans area. He can help out with all your real estate needs, no matter where you are. David Tasso can be reached at 504-621-3283. That's 504-621-3283. Or see him at his office at 1215 Britannia Street, just off St. Charles, and ForretRealty.com.
Hey, it's Mike from TikTok Cafe, intersection of Causeway and I-10. I crossed the causeway this morning, as I always do, to meet my friend, Vince Liberto. Not many people know this, but the Causeway Bridge was built years ago so that I, Michael, could say the Holy Rosary on the way to work, and so that I could listen to Catholic Community Radio on the way home just to decompress. Hoping you can join me at the TikTok one day. Wishing all a blessed day.
This is a Papal Minute.
Nicholas I, 858 to 867. Nicholas was born of humble origins. He was sent as a youth to serve the papacy, and though he had known both Leo IV and Benedict III, he was relatively unknown to the clergy of Rome. Nonetheless, he was elected pope over the wishes of the emperor, who was at Rome at the time of the election. In response to the threat of a naval invasion of Rome by the Saracens, Nicholas fortified the port of Ostia and garrisoned troops there. When the Tiber burst its banks and many died, Nicholas established a hospice to care for the sick and dying. His care for the poor and sick was a characteristic of his pontificate. He extended papal power in a dispute with the Archbishop of Rheims. This pope also strongly asserted papal claim to governance over the whole church, including the Byzantine Church and the Patriarch of Constantinople. This has been a Papal Minute.
Are you facing an unplanned pregnancy? Adoption may be the right choice for you. St. Elizabeth Foundation cares. We want you to know that you are not alone. With St. Elizabeth Foundation, you have options. Find out if adoption is the right choice for you by calling St. Elizabeth Foundation 225-769-8888 or visit stelizabethfoundation.org. That's stelizabethfoundation.org.
This is Dr. Guy Cresson. With my partner, Dr. Brian Miller, we're at Bucktown Dental Care in the shadows of St. Louis King of France Church in Metairie. My sister Diane Cresson Swing is a hygienist. My brother Russell Cresson is an orthodontist. Bucktown Dental Care, 1569 Lake Avenue since 1980. 504-831-6900. On the web at bucktowndentalcare.com and on Facebook. We would love to have you as part of our dental family. Bucktown Dental Care, guiding you to better health.
Hi, I'm Bobby Asaro and a proud supporter of Catholic Community Radio. I grew up in the Bayou St. John area and had some very happy days attending Holy Rosary and Redemptorist High School. Now, together with my family, we head up Southern Oaks Plantation, a premier wedding venue in New Orleans. Come take a look at all the possibilities. I look forward to meeting you. 245-8221.
It's drive time on Catholic Community Radio. Ignite those phones at 855-341-5199. Or make your online donation at ccradio.help.
It is a 3-day drive time fundraiser for Catholic Community Radio. Good morning, I'm Jeff Blackwell, and this is day 2 of 3, and we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. too. From 7 to noon, we come to you 3 days, just asking with our hearts in our hands and our hand kind of held out, saying, can you help us financially and give us a little of that treasure? And you do. In fact, Father Andrew Merrick was with us last hour, and guys, before he walked out, he said, let me make a donation. I mean, here's a man that, first of all, priests don't get paid a lot, but he really appreciates what Catholic Community Radio does and gave us a donation of $250. Wow. Thank you, Father. Oh, God bless you.
Ding,
Thank
ding,
you.
ding. You don't have any bells this go round, Jeff?
No.
Come on.
Yeah, and I got one. Let me see if I can find it over here. I got
You know what?
Yeah, I got.
Hey, Jeff?
Yes?
I'm going to add another 50, and he's going to become a coffee club member before he gets back to the rectory.
Go ahead,
That's so nice of you.
So
yes.
Yeah.
There's a bell.
Whatever the difference is.
There it is.
Whatever the difference is,
Okay.
30 times 12, it's 360. So.
All right, Damien.
I'm good for the difference.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right.
Awesome.
Okay. So, as a coffee club member.
How's that for a segue?
Yes, Gabby. What will Father Andrew Merrick be receiving?
You will receive a plethora of items in a box. He's like, what is this? River Road coffee. So a bag of River Road coffees or a pack of K-Cups. Please let us know which one you'd like. You will get one Catholic Community Radio travel tumbler and one ceramic mug. You will receive a copy of the Eucharist, a book from the Catholic Answers 20 Answers book series, and a signed print of Jacob Zumo's Black Madonna. So
beautiful.
From Join the Coffee Club, that is a bunch of things.
And it's a matching hour, too.
It is a matching
Damien.
hour.
Hey, so there you go.
Yeah, how much was our matching? It was like
$500.
Yeah.
We are close, my friends, and we're only halfway through.
Let's do it.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So we want to thank the Heavenly Donuts for breakfast and Portobello's for lunch. Portobello's, a good Italian restaurant in Baton Rouge with 2 locations, one in Bocage and the other one on Coursey in Baton Rouge.
Excellent. Love it.
Divine food. Absolutely.
And they're a classy
divine.
place. I always feel very classy when I go there. I'm like, ooh.
They have good brunch foods.
Yeah.
So we always went there for brunch.
Well,
like it.
Peter is a great chef. Sclafani.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard for him not to cook a bad,
Oh,
a good meal. If you have a bad meal with him, he will correct it.
Yeah. The last, maybe not the last Jam and Jazz. We had a good time. I think I probably was like a little because he was so serious, beautiful cooking instructions, and I'm like, how you cut onions?
No, but he did give us a good tip on cutting onions.
Yeah.
So.
We had a good time. He was good. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we were during the break we were explaining to Damien how to become a millionaire on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I found out that will not happen as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, it was an education. I don't know much about the social sites, and that's a hot one from what y'all were discussing.
Well, and so because we were having this discussion, because Kathleen is a youth and young adult minister and the diocese coordinator for the you were the coordinator of the youth and young adult ministry for the diocese of Baton Rouge. You're a minister. Anyway, so we were talking about reaching young people, and sometimes it's getting into what's trendy at that point in time.
Yeah.
TikTok has been around long before COVID. I think a year or two before COVID, it's when I really heard about it, and then it just kind of took off because people were at home. But that's where they are, and seeing a video of you doing like a 30-second question is better than what they might see on something else.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, and I think that look, I love our church. I love our faith. I love our I love it. One of the things that I have noticed as a young person, when I was in high school and as coming up as a young adult, is that when it comes to anything, the church takes its time, which is really good, but sometimes we are far behind the curve, and so sometimes when you look at even just recently, dioceses and even parish churches have begun to invest in hiring full-time social media people.
Yeah, I think it's important.
And it's a new thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the last probably decade, and social media, website presences we know have been, around for a long time, and so where it's good to be discerning. Sometimes we gotta discern and then act, and I think always discern, because there's a lot out there that you don't want to get. You don't want to support things that the church doesn't believe in or doesn't support, and that's really important. But we gotta be brave. What it was that Benedict XVI talked about, the digital continent. We are pioneers. We are missionaries in a digital continent, and that's where everybody is. And so we as a church need to, in some way, be there as well. And what does that look like? It looks different for everybody, but if we say, I'm not going to go into social media because it's bad, well, then our presence as a church isn't there.
Absolutely.
And that our saying that is not going to stop the kids and the youth from going there. So let's go there too and show them. I was talking to somebody the other day. We need to show young people what it is to consume good content.
Well, and so many young adults, especially in college, are listening to things like podcasting instead of music. And so they're getting their information from that medium. That's why I love that Father Mike Schmitz is one of the most popular podcasters on Spotify, because it's a big podcasting platform to talk about the Bible in a year, or what things mean, what the church teaches, and how God met that person at that time in the Bible. Makes total sense.
And that's why Catholic Community Radio is so great, because a lot of things that we do here are, people can listen, or they're I guarantee you, we have a whole bunch of people right now who are listening and watching online. At work or in their car. It's this kind of media, the media that's out there, TV, movies we're seeing, social media, radio, podcasting, we have to be a presence there.
100% agree.
Because that's where they are.
And all of that stems from the donations that we get. Because remember that time when we all first got our iPhones and we're like, ooh, apps. We downloaded so many apps, and a lot of them we didn't need. We got the app. We jumped on that right away and got the app, which is so difficult to actually create an app. I don't know if anyone's actually sat down and done it, but it is so incredibly difficult. Father Chris Decker makes it look like a breeze. After, an hour, I'm like, how do you even do this? But that's from donations that you can go and listen everywhere. My parents traveling from Texas to Louisiana for Christmas listened to the Christmas music the entire way through because of the app. And that's from donations, and that's why we need people to call our number 855-341 5199 or ccradio.help. And Damien, we have a lot of incentives.
Yes, we do. And the monies that you give, just understand, the utility bill that we have for the 2 AM and 3 FM translators, that's not cheap. And the cost of energy has gone up 30%.
Wow.
So we've got to make up the difference as well, and we do that by way of your donation. So 855-341-5199. Real quick, if you donate $50 or more, you're going to get one of these beautiful candles, Grace, Our Lady of Grace prayer candles, which we have lit in our studio as well. Also, if you donate $100 or more, there's an ink pen made of olive wood from Bethlehem.
It's $250. $250.
$250. I'm sorry. It's a misprint here on my thing. It's $250. I should have known. And for $500 or more, you get a set of 4 Holy Hearts. Maybe Kathleen could hold up one or two of those.
Beautiful.
And it's from it's beautiful prints, 8 by 8 inches. It's one of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. You get a print of the Sorrowful Heart and the Immaculate Heart of Mary and the Chaste Heart of St. Joseph. So a set of 4 8 by 8 prints, and it's from Blair Barlow Art, fine sacred art. It's just beautiful stuff. Last but not least, $1,000 or more, $100 gift certificate from Boudreaux's Jewelers. They're in Mandeville, New Orleans, and of course Baton Rouge. And $1,000 or more, you get everything I just mentioned. Okay, plus a pat on the back. And who knows? And maybe even Kathleen might throw in an autograph of something.
Yeah, I'll make you a TikTok.
There you go. Well, you heard her here first.
Yes, indeed.
Kathleen, one more time. What's that phone number?
Give us a call, 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help. That's 855-341-5199. We're waiting to hear from you today, so give us a call.
Yeah, let those phones ring. And while we're taking a break, we'll take your donations on Drive Time. The good folks at Maurice Guillot Property Management are proud supporters of Catholic Community Radio. With 35 years of sales and property management experience, Maurice Guillot and his team of professionals continue to serve the New Orleans metro area. Whether you're looking to sell, rent, or need someone to manage your property, call Maurice Guillot Properties today at 504-736-0544 or go online at mauriceguillot.com.
This portion of programming is underwritten through the generosity of Desi Vega Restaurants, with locations downtown, the North Shore, Metairie, and Harahan.
Whether a quick bite to eat or that long-awaited special event, Desi Vega restaurants are always eager to serve you. Online at DesiVegaSteaks.com. Desi Vega Restaurants, a wonderful supporter of Catholic Community Radio. Help save lives by supporting Bridge House, Grace House Spectacular Thrift Stores. Your donation of furniture and home goods provides bargains for those needing used furnishings at a good price. We have good stuff. We'll even come pick up your donation. 504-525-3130. 7901 Airline Highway and 4243 Earhart Boulevard. Did we mention we have good stuff? Bridge House, Grace House Spectacular Thrift Stores.
Are you having an issue with ants, roaches, or any other bugs? Have you experienced untrained technicians that show up and don't kill bugs? What if there were a company that provided highly trained technicians known as Bug Killing Ninjas? Wouldn't it be nice to hire a company that has a guarantee, provides the first service free, and supports Catholic charities? Bug Ninja is the answer. 225-414-2020 or at bugninjapestcontrol.com. Bug Ninja guarantees to take care of your bug issues. So if you're ready for a bug-free home or business, it's Bug Ninja. Highly trained ninjas in the art of killing bugs. For a free one-time service, it's bugninjapestcontrol.com or 225-414-2020. Bug Ninja serves New Orleans, the North Shore, and Baton Rouge. So for a free one-time service, it's bugninjapestcontrol.com or 225-414-2020.
Maryland Campers is a proud supporter of Catholic Community Radio since 2013. Known nationally, Maryland Campers is right here at home and offers RVs, fifth wheels, and motor coaches from names like Cardinal, Flagstaff, and many others. Over 30 acres of RVs and hundreds of makes and models. Sales and service personnel have the experience to serve you. Maryland Campers with 2 locations on I-12 in Ponchatoula and I-12 in Holder. Maryland Campers on the web at marylandcampers.com.
Jerry Christopher Jr. and family, along with his popular band Bag of Donuts, have long been proud supporters of Catholic Community Radio. Jerry has also long helped families and businesses protect their assets and pursue financial goals by finding his clients the best value in auto, home, life, and health insurance, all under the careful guidance of agents with extensive experience. Local and here for you, Jerry Christopher Insurance, 504-259-6138 or on the web at jerrydonut.com. That's 504-259-6138 or on the web at jerrydonut.com.
A&M Container Sales and Rentals is proud to support Catholic Community Radio across the Gulf South and encourages other Catholic business owners to do the same.
A&M Container knows that Catholic Community Radio is where you'll get the news from a Catholic perspective, while keeping you up to date on news from the Vatican as well. It's also a great way to stay in touch with the local church community.
A&M Container is your dependable source for on-site storage solutions since 2002.
On the web at andmcontainer.com.
It's drive time on Catholic Community Radio. Ignite those phones at 855-341-5199 or make your online donation at ccradio.help.
And thank you, Jeff Blackwell. And we are so glad you could join us here on Drive Time. Gabby Smith, Damian Colano, and Kathleen Lee Higgins.
Yes, indeed.
And we are all here to help you guys understand why we're asking for donations. And this hour in particular is a matching hour of $500, or we may even be able to bump that up. And it's in honor of the Triumph of Immaculate Heart of Mary. Yep. And we've got a lot of gifts.
Do it for Mama.
Yeah. It's right. So what's that number, Kathleen? And then we'll get back into the subject matter.
It's 855-341-5199. That's 855-341-5199. Or you can go online, ccradio.help. Yeah, and it's in honor of Our Lady. You know, speaking of, we were talking about social media and that, I used to do, every once in a while, I do a hashtag. So, Damien, I don't know if you know, like when you...
I know if that, think if you do something with that, you go to it, right?
Yeah, okay. So if I post something that's, you know, I could hashtag CC Radio. Okay. So every post that has that hashtag, whether it's me or you or Jeff, right? you can click on that and it shows all those that have been hashtagged.
Oh.
Right? And so I used to do a hashtag whenever I find a cool statue of Our Lady. And it was hashtag, oh, hey, mama.
Oh, I love that.
That was your hashtag?
Hashtag, oh, hey, mama.
Yeah,
because
I love that.
It was just really cool.
Nice.
Like, we have these beautiful images. And very traditional images like Our Lady of Grace. She's beautiful. I love a good just off the wall, one that you would never expect. One of my favorites, and I don't know the name of the actual name of the chapel, but in the National Shrine in DC, there's all these beautiful. I mean, you could get lost.
Oh,
I think I say this all the time. I really think it's like Narnia because I go down there and I'm like this chapel was not here last time. I know it was not here, but there's one to Our Lady of Africa, and she's beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's just this. It's all probably black marble, and so she's not painted or anything like that. Oh, and she's holding this baby Jesus, and I spent some time in Africa, and those mamas are some hardcore. Like we pick up our babies and we're like, they pick up their baby by the arm, fling it over their back, wrap up, and they go on with their day. And those are some tough mamas, and this was a depiction of Our Lady and Jesus, and I visit it every time because I'm like, oh yes. So hashtag, oh hey mama.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Father Andrew Merrick was talking about when the freshmen come in, there's going to be a retreat.
Yeah.
As far as youth, you got a retreat or two that are that's being planned before the end of the year?
Not this year. We are spending the next probably 6 months until December dreaming, what I call dreaming and scheming, of looking at what do the youth and the young adults of our diocese need. Because if there's one thing that we've learned in ministry is that I can put on any event that I want. It doesn't matter if they don't need it. They're not going to come. They don't, or they don't want it.
Did you guys hear anything from the Synod? I know the report just came out.
Yeah.
Any tidbits of information that kind of stimulates an idea or two?
No, we haven't spent. I've only been there 2 weeks, but yeah, that's definitely on our list to start looking at and saying, okay, what is it universally? And then what does our diocese need? There's so much going on in our diocese that are going on in churches, in parishes, and so one of our main goals for young adults is there's an interesting conversation about is young adult ministry what is that? Because you're looking
in today's world,
right? In today's world, because in our discussion we're like, well, this is young adult ministry, and I'm like, but how do we get those young people back in the church?
Yeah.
How do we get them plugged back into their parishes? And so I think, and I've always thought this, when we have, as a young person, as a youth, you walk with your parish, through sacramental prep all the way through confirmation, and then at some point, our kids who are confirmed go off to college. And I think I'm broadly speaking here, but I think there's this thought of, well, we hope they get involved at a good college ministry.
Yeah.
And then we hope they come back when they're done. And it's like there's a disconnect between confirmation and when they come back for marriage prep or to baptize their babies. And sometimes that's a physical distance. They move away to college or they move to another city to get a job. But my goal in looking at how do we make the connection? How do we keep this life in the parish continuous?
Right.
And when they come back from college break, are we doing something with our college kids? A lot of that too, and this might ruffle some feathers, but a lot of that too is those who are established in a church community making room, and young adults coming in and saying, hey, I want to be a part of the parish council.
Yeah.
And people who are founding members of parishes saying, yeah, come on.
And try to include them. That's right, versus saying, oh, you're not old enough yet, or you need more experience.
Because I love young adult ministry, and that's literally my job.
Yeah.
But you're an adult. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but young adults want to feel welcomed.
Right.
They want to not be judged. Like, if you look at a young adult and I don't know, they have blue hair or whatever, and they come in, but they love God and they're so devout. You know, not judging them on what you see on the outside, but they want to be involved. And you never know if they're on the fence with their faith and they're just had that calling, and you say yes, because if you turn them away, you just lost them.
So there's a lot going on that has been going on in the parishes, and so our job in the next couple of months, and that's with youth ministry as well. Our job is to look around, you know, the next couple of months and see what is going on, what can we help support, who are the ministers that we need to support. Youth ministers, God bless them. Like some of them, you know, are just are drowning because they're in the same, they're boots on the ground, and they're asking the same questions, and they're living that every day. How do I get my kids to come and love Jesus? You know, and these are kids that they've invested in, that they know, that they've, you know, seen grow up since kindergarten. And so how do we support them? How do we support ministries that are events that are already happening? And then what do we look at our diocese and say, what are the needs and where can we invest on a diocesan level? So right now, the only thing that we have continuously going on a diocesan level is Theology on Tap, and we're about to start planning for the next year for that. But we're going to look at, you know, we've had Red Stick Catholic Fest before, which was a big youth event. You know, we help out with the March for Life, which comes out of St. Michael. It's not a diocesan event, but you know, it is diocesan wide. But there's a lot of cool things going on, and so it's kind of like one of those games where you put all the pieces in, and the timer runs out, and it just, you know, and everything explodes. We're kind of waiting for things to settle so we can see, okay, now that things are calming down, where do we need to fill in the pieces? And so if you know of something going on, if you know of something going on in your parish, with a young adult group that you know, or just a group of young people,
or if a parish wants to reinvigorate a youth ministry program, because not all church parishes have youth programs,
and that depends. Like, some can afford to pay a full-time minister, and some people, these mamas have been volunteering way past the time their kids have been involved.
They've gone beyond Beta Club.
And they give and give and give, and so we want to find those people and say, well, how can we give you resources? How can we give you training? How can we come do a retreat for you? What does that look like? So you can email me at khiggins@diobr.org. That's khiggins@diobr.org. DIOBR. And we'd love to. Or you can call the station when you come and give a little donation. 855-341-5199. That's 855-341-5199, or ccradio.help.
Kathleen Higgins, thank you so much for joining us this hour. It's such a great time.
Thank you.
You're glowing. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Happy and just on fire for your job. So I love it. Damien, I see Dina Dow
she's waiting in the wings.
She's coming up.
Her associate there, you know.
Yes, that must be fun. The same floor.
Oh, so look, she's like right. I just walk out. I'm like, Dina, and she's like in the middle of working, and she's like, yes.
I love it. Okay, stay with us. We have some wonderful incentives this hour. So when you call and donate really through the rest of drive time, all donations of $50 or more, you will get an Our Lady of the Grace Holy Candle. All donations of $250 or more, you will get a locally crafted ink pen made of olive wood from Bethlehem and the Holy Candle. All donations of $500 or more, you will get a set of 4 Holy Heart prints by BlairBarlowArt.com, the ink pen, and the Holy Candle. And all donations of $1,000 or more, you will get a $100 Boudreaux's Jewelers gift certificate, the prints, the ink pen, and the Holy Candle. Call today, 855-341-5199. I always say that super quick, but I'll say it slower when we come back from the break. Stay with us. You're listening to Drive Time.
St. Mary's Books and Gifts, the little bookstore with a big heart and a thirsting desire to spread the good news. 225-272-4030. Laura Manderfeld Krantz Gifts St. Mary's Books and Gifts is a longtime supporter of Catholic Community Radio. St. Mary's Books and Gifts, located on the corner of Florida and Sherwood Forest Boulevard, 225-272-4030. St. Mary's Books and Gifts,
If you're looking for that special and unique gift, be it rosaries, statues, handcrafted art, or jewelry, stop by the Shepherd Staff Gift Shop at Sister Dulcie's Ministry, located on the grounds of Cypress Springs Mercedarian Prayer Center, 17560 George O'Neill Road. Remember, when you shop at the Shepherd Staff Gift Shop, you're shopping with a purpose. Shepherd Staff Gift Shop is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
I'm Ian Malosong with River Road Coffees. We're proud to support Catholic Community Radio across the Gulf South. Our coffee wakes up the staff every morning and keeps them going throughout the day so they can deliver the freshest Catholic content and news to you. You'll also find us at many Catholic Community Radio events. River Road Coffees at your local grocer or visit riverroadcoffees.com for home delivery.
Don't miss moments like this on Wake Up.
St. Augustine Catholic Church in Treme being the oldest Black Catholic parish in the United States and the prominence of that building.
NOLA Black Catholics, Dr. Ansel Augustine.
Treme is my home, and Treme is the oldest Black neighborhood in the country. It's where free people of color were allowed to buy land, where jazz came from, Congo Square being there, where a lot of the civil rights movements got its spark. A.P. Turo, famed civil rights lawyer, also a member of St. Augustine Church. I'm a member of the Wild Chavatulas Mardi Gras Indians. Big Chief Tootie Montana was also a member of St. Augustine Parish. It was the first church, the oldest Black Catholic church, but it was also built by and for Black Catholics.
Gabby Smith, Alicia Quibido, and Damian Collado co-host Wake Up, weekdays at 7.
Morning drive done right.
On Catholic Community Radio, on our app, or on ccradio.live.
Hi, I'm Chad Olivier, Certified Financial Planner, CEO of Olivier Group. My wife Rose and I and our 4 sons are parishioners of St. George Catholic Church. Olivier Group was founded in 2002 with the goal of helping families with all aspects of financial planning to protect your family. We do this by using a team approach with a personal touch, always acting in the client's best interest. Life by design, not by default. Visit our website at oliviergroup.com.
Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, CWM, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor.
North Shore Toyota in Covington is pleased to underwrite programming on Catholic Community Radio. North Shore Toyota carries the full line of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs, including Camry, Corolla, and Tundra, Tacoma, RAV4, and 4Runner. Online at NorthshoreToyota.com. They also have pre-owned and certified vehicles. Visit North Shore Toyota today, I-12 at the 190 Service Road in Covington, next to Piccadilly, and NorthshoreToyota.com.
Security is knowing that your payment was processed, your check deposited, your business handled. At Home Bank, we offer the technology you need to have peace of mind wherever you are. So go on, roam, wander. You have the freedom. With Home Bank's mobile app and account notifications, you'll never have to wonder what's happening with your money. We have the tech you expect and the service you deserve. For over 112 years, we've been good for business, good for life. Home Bank, member FDIC.
It's drive time.
690 AM, WQNO, New Orleans, K268DR 101.5, Chalmette, 1380 WBYR 105.9, K286CS 105.1, Baton Rouge.
ccradio.help.
You know what time it is. It's time to celebrate our faith, our churches, our priests, as together we evangelize from our home and around the world.
It's drive time.
Drive time. Pledge any amount by calling
855-341-5199.
Donate online at ccradio.help. Become a Coffee Club member at joincoffeeclub.com. Or you can download our free app and donate that way.
It's drive time.
And you're along for a faith-filled ride. Let's go live to our studios on Drive Time. Well, good morning. It's 2 minutes after 10 o'clock, and if you're looking for Jeanette Williams, she'll be back on Friday morning. We're interrupting our programming here for 3 days on Catholic Community Radio for what we call our summer drive time. Yes, indeed. And we're going to get to the studio because the DeLovely sisters are here. Gabby and Dina DeLovely. It's an old joke, guys. And, of course, I'm an old guy, so put up with me. I wanted to let you know that the phones started to ring, and there's I don't know if there's a situation. We're working on it right now, but bear with us. 855-341-5199 is the phone number to call in, and we have live operators ready to take your call. 855-341-5199. Or we have a couple of people that just went directly online, and they did it the digital way. So analog, you call the phone